John's DIY attempts result in a flood. Cash is back on the case. Remi meets his maker, also known as his surgeon, and Holden breaches his AVO.
Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, closer each day, home and away.
Hey, you shouldn't be drinking right now.
It's not going to make things any worse.
Put that away, come sit down.
Well, so you two can lecture me? No.
Remi, this is a huge decision.
Yeah, for me to make. No one else. Go to my room.
Mate, are you kidding me? Right? Did you have any idea how ungrateful you're being? At least you have an option.
Okay, let's all just take a
If
breath.
surgery had the slightest chance of getting me on my feet again, I'd do it. You couldn't keep me away from that operating theatre.
It's not that simple.
Then explain it to me, all right? Or you could just shut me out again because you think I can't handle
Sonny,
it.
go
No.
easy.
He needs to hear this, all right? Here I am with no options, none. And there you are just throwing yours away. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is for me?
You have no idea what this feels like. None. Neither of you do.
We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast. Your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
You're not here to get a suntan. Come on, Sophie. Get to work.
Me, a suntan. You'd be lucky. I'm a vampire doll.
Do you celebrate Halloween?
I don't. Well, I do actually. That's a lie. I do like Halloween. I like the food. The food holidays are great. Like Easter, great for food. Halloween, all the sweets. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you, we're already way off topic, sentence in. Do you do the whole trick-or-treat sweets for the kiddies at the door, or do you hunker down and pretend you're not in?
We don't have any trick-or-treaters.
It's not what it used to be, is it?
We don't have any. Apparently, there's I live in a little village, and there's a rule that we didn't know for years and years, because we started to buy them at the beginning when we first moved house, and then nobody came to the door and we were like, oh, this is weird. Maybe there's no kids in the village or whatever. Then it was years later we realised that the rule is if your house isn't decorated, they don't go to your door.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, and I don't decorate the outside of my house. I decorate the inside. So, yeah, we don't get any.
There we go, then.
I don't think there are many children. I think I'm one of the youngest people in the village, to be honest.
I don't know how you do village life. I really don't.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
I need drama, Dal.
No, I like the peace and quiet. I like to sit in the garden and I like to watch the stars. All of that, you know.
When the Popo helicopter's above here, it's the best night.
See, if you hear a helicopter here, you're like, what is going on? it must be Russia.
And we're like another one's escaped.
I'm like convinced it's like some enemy, you know what I mean? Like, oh god, it's a proper scandal, that. I mean, I've showed you the local Facebook page for my village, and it's
hilarious.
It's all just whose dog's crapped again.
That one where they put the flags.
That was there's an allotment up the road. I'll go way off topic now, but there's an allotment up the road. And somebody must have moved to the village recently and they've let their dog crap all over the allotment, and somebody went round and put a flag in every poo.
Yeah,
and said,
there was a lot of them.
Go and pick your poos up, please.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
But I did find it funny, yes.
Whereas mine is like, don't buy anything from Cherie, she's a lying little slag, and blah, blah, blah. That's what my local Facebook group's like. She never turns up and her kids stink.
Oh no, we live very different lives.
We do.
I think last week it was about the Easter fair at the church and stuff like that. It was, yeah. Come and get your... Oh, I think there was an Easter bonnet competition. There was like an Easter bonnet competition at the church.
Yeah.
And it was like free scone if you enter your child for the Easter bonnet or something. I don't know. I wasn't reading it properly, but very boring around here. You'd probably hate it.
Mine's like, who's got the every lady's number? Because I'm going to deck her.
That's hilarious. Oh, dear.
So I'm in the thick of the action.
You
Thick of the
are.
action.
Yes. Just send me the screenshots. I'll be happy. Oh, dear.
Yeah, admire from afar. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm okay, doll. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Yes, not too bad. Now we've established all of that.
If anyone's still there.
We might have to cut something. Let's face it, we won't.
Oh, dear.
How's your week been?
It's been good from a home and away point of view. From a work point of view, not so much, but the home and away stuff has helped.
We're all back at it, aren't we? Post
Yeah. That's
Easter.
That kind of 4-day week where you think, oh, it's only 4 days. It's a nightmare.
It's been the longest week I've ever known this week. I tell
it's
you
horrendous. Easter feels like an absolute mile away now.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I agree. But home and away's been pretty good for you there.
Home and away's been good. Cindy
On top form.
It's been so good. Honestly, some of the episodes this week, I've needed a laugh, and oh my god, I've laughed so much, especially Friday's episode. I cried laughing.
What? You mean there's this another Aussie soap can do humour?
Don't stop. What are you like?
Apparently only one can do that.
Are you trying to start a war?
Maybe. I'm in one of those moods.
Oh, dear.
Feeling mischievous. Yes, you're right. There's been some really good moments, hasn't there?
It's been good. Some of it I was like, I don't know whether I'm supposed to be laughing because some of the topics have been so heavy. You know, like let's face it, we've got brain tumour and we've got spinal injuries. Like, these are serious topics. But around it, all the one-liners in the show this week have absolutely floored me.
Yeah, same.
I think it's been really well written.
So, yeah. I actually think I don't think it's an accident. I think the show has been feeling pretty weighty.
Yes.
Lately, with all, like you say, these big hitters we've got going on, and really, when we talk a lot about light and shade and how you cut away to the lighter stuff, but you're cutting away to something else that's equally as heavy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think they've had to deliberately put some lightness into the script in order to just lift it off the page a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all feeling a bit weighed down.
Yeah.
So I actually agree. I think it is deliberate that even though this is all quite serious stuff, very heavy emotional stuff, there's some light to be found somewhere amongst it.
Yes, it makes sense. And it does work. You know, there was a couple of scenes this week where I could have been like, oh, this is really, really sad. But then there was like a scene with John straight after where I was like laughing, or a Mr. Stewart line that floored me. You know what I mean? So it's been good. And obviously, like, I love a stalker storyline still going on.
Yeah.
We've got the medical stuff. We've got like a lot of. There was like so much cash on Thursday's episode. I was absolutely in my element. It was so good. Yeah. What about you? How have you found it?
Yeah, same. I prefer the sort of heavier, weightier stuff anyway, like that more dramatic stuff, to be honest. But I agree. I think sometimes that it's been written well. It's been like the characters have all been as they should be written to their character. You know, no one's done anything, and I'm just like, oh, do me a favor, or rolling my eyes or whatever. Like, everyone has behaved as one would expect. Apart from Sarge, but we'll get on to him. MIA dad. Daddy, MIA daddy.
He has been a daddy. Oh God, no. He has been a bit of a shit dad this week and last week. Yeah. Well, only to one of his daughters.
Well,
because I actually think that if Joe was the one being stalked, he would be very on it.
That's very interesting.
It seems to prioritise Jolene.
Yes, and Lacey was the outsider for all these years. Is that deliberate now? We're talking it out loud. No, surely that's just accidental. Surely.
I don't know. I mean, it's been really obvious to me this week that he. When Jo was going through all of her trauma last year about her mum and the car accident, before we knew the truth about the car accident, she was having a lot of panic attacks. Do you remember? And he would run out of work the minute he heard that she had a panic attack and go home and drop everything for the day and sit with her. And I was like, he's not doing anything for Lacey. This guy has been in his house and he's just going to work like it's normal and leaving her on her own. This is weird. If it was Jo, is it because Lacey's got a bit of something about her, and she's a bit streetwise and a bit brave. And Jo, bless her, a bit boring, bit meek.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think there's something in that, and I'm starting to wonder whether that's going to be baked into their future story.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he favours one over the other because they stuck together and she went off, and
I think it's Jo is more needy on him, like needs him more.
you're probably true.
Whereas
Yeah, more
Lacey's
Neanderthal.
Lacey's quite independent. She's proved that she can live without her dad.
She's more strong-willed, isn't she?
Let's be honest, she didn't do a great job of living by herself because she got involved with the River Boys and all that sort of stuff. But she can take care of herself, and she has got a good head on her shoulders. Apart from one episode last week where she lost it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've noticed it this week. His lack of care over Lacey.
Yeah, same. Other than him, everything else has been great. He's dragged it down. Get rid. Kill him. Drown him.
Wow. You have strong feelings about Sarge. It's hilarious. I find it really funny because it's normally me. Like, I'm normally the one that's like really can't stand him, want him to die, get her eaten by a shark. It's so funny to hear you be on that side of the line. I love it.
I'm normally such a nice boy.
You are. You're normally talking me down like, oh, don't be so mean about Rue. She doesn't need to get eaten by a shark. I'm like, yes, she does. Like, get her gone. It's so funny when it's you. I love it.
Well, should we talk about this week's Home and Away then?
Well, I guess now that we've said how great it was, let's rip it apart.
as we're here to do. Absolutely. Speaking of ripping apart, oh my God, this is going to be a good week for segues. I can feel it. John is in the bathroom.
Oh God.
And he's decided, plot twist, he's going to do it up.
Hilarious.
He's doing a Reno. He's doing a... as they've been saying.
They do that in Australia, don't they? They like take a word, shorten it and put an O on the end.
Yeah. Reno,
just me?
Arvo, Servo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do some of that. Yeah.
I mean, all these Australianisms you and I have adapted.
But it's not, if I say them like at work or whatever, people look at me like I'm nuts.
Oh, I know. Oh, you mean us as a race, not just me and you?
No, us as a United Kingdom.
I know.
Yes.
On the rare occasions we tend to do it, we say E, don't we?
That's true. Yeah.
Rather than O.
That's true. Yeah, we have our own version, I guess. Yeah.
But we don't. We need to adopt this whole O thing because it's just more chill, isn't it? It's more. I've already pictured myself by the sea.
Yes. And I like when they go like, yeah, nah, yeah, and nah, yeah, or whatever. Like when they go like, and you don't know which one they mean, whether they mean yes or no, because they've gone like, yeah, nah, yeah, and you're like, what is that? Is that yes or no? We need to do more of that. It's hilarious.
Because what we need more in this world at the moment is miscommunication, Soph.
Definitely.
So, Cash and Justin have wound up sort of reluctantly getting involved, somehow helping him lift things. And Justin in particular, because he thinks he needs to check on John. He's doing some DIY. I'm a bit worried about him, doesn't he? And he comes back the next morning. John's wringing wet through. He's bust a pipe. It's flooded his house. He's homeless. It's going to be a big job. He doesn't want to pay, does he? Hilarious. Just what we needed. What do we think is going on here? Very random, albeit funny. Do we think John's getting a remodeled set? Like, what's this all about, Soph?
I don't know.
Why is he suddenly DIYing a house we've not seen for 2 years?
It's super weird. We've not even seen the inside because we haven't seen the inside of John's house for ages, and we've only seen a bit of like rubble on the drive and John looking like a drowned rat, haven't we? So we haven't seen bathroom gate.
No, but is that because all his sets being done up, you see, by the designers?
Possibly. I mean, I hadn't gone that way, I'll be honest. I think I've sort of accepted the fact that we are limited sets. I mean, we haven't seen the bait shop, for example. We know the bait shop is a whole standalone set, and we haven't seen that since it opened. So I'm just not I'm not sure we're going to get a new set because the ones that we have got don't get utilised. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to work out if there's a reason why John needs to, because John's so nosy.
Yeah.
And he's head of the neighbourhood watch, and he always goes on about that. And he's got Remi next door, who's got a brain tumour, who hasn't told anyone he's got a brain tumour, and he doesn't want John to know, and all that sort of stuff. And then he's got Cash and Tane and everybody else on that road. Are they trying to get the nosy neighbour out of that road because something needs to not have John's eyeballs on it? Do you see what I mean?
Oh, right. You mean like a la drug bust across the road sort of thing?
Something, I think it's either going to be like a Remi thing, like something happens with Remi and John doesn't need to be there to see it. Maybe an ambulance turns up and carts him away. I don't know, because like the ambulance has come already, hasn't it, for him this week, and it got sent away. And if John had been there to see it,
Yeah.
that had been the talk of the town. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean. So it's sort of, by getting John out of the way, it's containing some stories.
Because imagine if he was there and then that ambulance had turned up for Remi, John would be like, what was that ambulance there for? We'd be going, why wasn't John nosy neighbour knowing about it?
Well, it's a very good question. Why, though, if that is the case?
Don't know. Don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you need to get him off the close.
I could be wrong. I'm hoping it is a set, to be honest, because it'd be nice to see what John does out of hours, when he's not in the surf club.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're deciding to bring it back and like the old one's long gone, so we need to make a new one.
Yeah.
Here's an excuse. He's been doing it up.
Yeah.
Now we've learned like his whole house is flooded, so that's an excuse why it all looks completely different.
That's true. Yeah, because he said there was 5 centimeters of water in the bathroom and in the bit outside, which I think is the rest of the house.
Yeah. Well, if you remember it, it's one room.
Yes, it was kitchen, living room area, wasn't it? Then it's a bit like Leah's house, isn't it? Like the layout of it, like bedrooms at the back that you never see.
Yeah. Kitchen to the right, living room to the left, Apple Mac in the background. Done. Yeah.
Yes.
So whether I that's where I landed. That's where you landed. Let's see how this unfolds.
There's a lot of houses there's a lot of houses over the years. Do you remember Amanda's house? I loved Amanda's house.
Oh, that massive one.
That massive mansion with the pool and stuff. That was such a nice house. Bring that house back. If we're going to bring houses back, that one needs to have a family in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a huge set, though. Can you imagine how much space that took up?
I know, but it was a really nice house.
Yeah. And that would have been before, because they moved the studios, didn't they?
Yes, that's true.
So,
yeah.
I think these days, I don't think space is a luxury. Well, it is a luxury, but I don't think it's
they put them up and down, don't they, now? They fold them away. It's actually quite fascinating, that YouTube video about the sets.
24 hours.
Yeah.
The night shift that's mad to me that the show is 24 hours.
Yeah. It is crazy.
Madness.
What's the girl have to do to get a job there? Seriously.
I'll put a sofa out and put it away every night if you want.
I'm a night owl. I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get the tunes on.
Yes.
Assembling salt. Yeah.
Take that fourth wall down. Yeah. Love it.
We'd end up playing Home and Away on our breaks.
Do you want a black tea, doll?
I've been knocking on the door.
That's why we won't get a job.
Oi, I've been watching you.
I'd be straight over to the hospital set to have a go on that vending machine. I want a bag of knickknacks. Come on.
I'll be behind the desk pretending to answer the phone.
I'd love that. I would love it. Oh man, I wish they did tour sets like they do here for EastEnders and Corrie. But if there's no day off and they work 24 hours, there's absolutely no way they could do that.
No, very true.
Yeah. Wow.
Right, so all this, he's got to stay with Justin, hasn't he? Justin's a bit guilty. His house is flooded. Come and stay with me. It reminds John of his Navy days, but I don't want to ask any more questions about that. And Leah only finds out about this after running into John himself. She's surprisingly good with the idea. And it turns out John makes a mean little slam. Is
Yeah.
what was it? Was it the
Model?
perfect model house guest? That was it. He's going shopping. Leah's loving this. After that, they even get an afternoon of rampy-pumping, don't they?
They do.
Which we all
unfortunately.
thought John was going to come home,
Oh God, I was praying that he'd walk
drop
in.
his Aldi bags everywhere. Yeah,
Cooey,
we all
only
Yeah.
me. And then you just see like an avocado roll across the floor. Oh, what? I love it. Oh, dear.
And then he has to join. No. Why did I have to do that?
Oh God! No, he just takes the chair next to the bed. You know, in hotels when they've got that chair.
God.
I'm sorry. That's for another time.
Yes.
Yes.
It's for the night shift. Right, Mac, she's at Tarney's, isn't she, telling Joe and Harper this week, the ankle monitor situation, you'll remember. How could you forget? Beepity beep, beep, beep. And he's been arrested, hasn't he, as a result of this ankle monitor going off last week. And she's breaking the news. She actually apologises to Harper and offers her a free cocktail for barring her from salt. And I thought that was the least she could do. And in my opinion, humble as it is, Harper is being very chill about this situation, because I don't think she should give Matt the time of day just yet. I think she's been a bit disgusting, and she's masquerading it as support for a friend. And it's ridiculous. Everybody knows that wench had her own free will and her own drugs. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to have brought her here for that. And amongst all this, we're talking about an estranged daughter from her parents. She's found out she's lost one of them. She wants to try and reconnect for the sake of a grandkid. Everyone's forgotten about that. And they think that Harper's just caused a load of drama for drama's sake. There, said it, got it off my chest, feel 10 stone lighter. I like Mac, but I think she is wrong a lot of the time.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Especially with her initial reaction. And I think the way she treats people, she gets forgiven because she's fun and like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she just gets away with it all the time. Winds me up. Well, as this week.
She gets away with it because she funds the entire bay with pizza and free cocktails. She's always giving away food. You need to be on the right side of Mac, like, just for the free food.
That's true. Yeah. That is the currency. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Down at YCPD, Sarge has got he's got it all, hasn't he? He's disabled Tarney's tag. And there's a bit of an argument that ensues because he's like having to wait for a new one, and he's like, you can't leave without one working, and Tarney's like, get me one, and he's saying you'll have to stay the night. I'm like, what kind of police service is this? Where they can't get a working tag. It takes them 2 days to diagnose why it's making a noise, another 2 days to get a replacement. I'd be fuming.
Yes. Well, he was.
And Tarney is, isn't he? Yeah, you're right. He's saying he can't see his kid. He's on borrowed time as it is. He's facing 7 years in prison. And this guy's saying you're going to have to stay here because we're so incompetent. There's 10 of us looking at walls and flicking paper in the background here. Not one of us can get a tag that works.
Yes, you're right. I can't argue with that. And actually, I don't know about you, I was trying to work out why we were doing this. Like, why were we getting Tarney out of his house for this long? And I was kind of expecting, and I was wrong, I was expecting having a moment between Sarge and Tarney where Sarge kind of sees him in a different light. You know what I mean? Like, because...
Oh, yeah, like penny
Yeah,
drop moment.
maybe this guy isn't as bad as I think he is. Maybe he is telling the truth about stuff. Maybe he is, worth investigating this case for. But we didn't have that. Like, he just kind of went, Newman, and then left for the day. And I was like, oh, so they're not going to have, like, that bonding moment. They just were at each other's throats the whole time. So I was like, why have we done this? Why is Tani in the police station for 24 hours? What was the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't know whether there was
Because
one.
Cash wasn't even like sneaky, was he? Don't be sneaking people. Oh my God.
I was thinking of you the entire time.
I was like a coil spring.
I was thinking of you and your clenched fist.
Oh, Jesus. And good on Cash, actually, because he tells me, don't. Don't.
I just realised what
I'm going to try and just keep going.
I realised what it sounded like. I'm sorry. Oh, dear.
I take my rings off. Cash gets back and...
Stop it, I can't breathe. You're a bad man. Oh, dear.
That's what you said. So, Cash is back and he's like, Newman, as you say, what do you know? Because I know where you've been. Because obviously he's been trying to find the drug dealer of Kerry's, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know, and Cash, to his credit, he says, "You don't kick me off the case and then get to ask me what I know."
Mm.
Now we know Cash knows Jack, right? but Sarge doesn't know that, does he? So to Cash's credit, he's played him like a fiddle there, hasn't he?
He has.
And it's got him access back into the database.
Database. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And got him back on the case, actually. He's back in.
That's true.
Is it because Sarge can't be asked? Or Sarge has got his blinkers on? People are actually telling him now, though, that he's actively trying to prove Tani rather than look at it objectively. He's still ploughing on with this notion that he's trying to get to the truth, isn't he? But it sounds like all he's trying to do, and we know this, he's just trying to make the evidence fit Tani so that happens, case closed, yada, yada, yada. We've all watched the Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This happens a lot in the policing, doesn't it?
Yes.
He's letting the bias, and it's quite funny how Cash gets locked out of the case for bias when actually this buffhead is derailing the whole thing.
Yes.
And only said about 3 words in the process.
Yeah, you're right. There's no argument for Sarge's behaviour because if you're meant to be like investigating the law and all that sort of stuff, it's innocent till proven guilty, and he's supposed to be proving him guilty, and he's saying all the right things like, oh, we'll get to the truth and whatever, but you're not actually investigating anything, you're not looking. And he jumped to like 2 + 2 = 5 with the tag thing. Oh, you must have tampered with it. Well, no, that's not the only reason why it's gone off, clearly, because we found out that's not what happened, but because it's Tani. Like, would he have treated somebody else differently?
Yeah.
And if he would have, then that makes him still a good cop, but with a bias because this guy's shagging his daughter. But if he would have treated another person like that, then he's not a good cop because he's not innocent till proven guilty. He's assuming guilt immediately with no evidence.
Yeah.
You're
right.
You've tampered with your tag. Where's the evidence? You said that in the car park before you even took him to the police station. Where's the evidence that he's touched it?
It's and on top of all what you're describing, it's the way he delivers it as well. He says it like through his nose and then just sort of walks back to his office. And I just want to kick him in the back on his way.
I'm just imagining that now. Yeah, I totally get it. It's annoying. Yeah, I do like him though. It's weird for me because I agree with you on everything that you say about Sarge, but also I can't hate him. And I don't know why. I find it really funny.
Or is it part because of my reaction to him?
Maybe.
Making you like him.
Maybe. I think it's a combination of how much he actually hates Tane, and I do find that kind of funny. Even if he's wrong and I don't agree with what he's doing, it's funny to watch Tane get annoyed and get a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Like, that is quite entertaining. But I just find him kind of funny. Like, I don't know. I can't help it. Yes, he's. I don't know what to say. He's a crap cop, a bit of an arsehole, but he's hilarious. Yeah.
Well, with his blinkers on, he sits there and tells Cash to tell him everything because he's got blinkers. Do me a favour. I think Cash needs to go up and report him to some sort of standards body to say that he's
God,
doesn't like his daughter dating him and he's tried to bang him up.
Can you imagine the fallout of that?
Yeah, I want it. That's what I want. I want him
Whistleblowing.
Suspended. I want him sat at home eating a bucket of ice cream. And
But then
hopefully he'll
he's gonna
find
be-
a personality in the bottom of it.
But I was going to say that would make him more miserable, and you don't like him because he's miserable.
Well, then we'll kill him off, obviously.
Do you know what? If he was home more, then Holden might have had a go by now. Because he's barely there for his kid that's getting stalked by this creepy guy. If he was in the shower, he might have got bonked.
This Holden's been at home more than he has, actually.
It's true.
I bet Sarge is eating all Holden's meals out of the Tupperware in the fridge.
Oh, spag bowl, my fave.
Oh, with fresh onion, crispy onions.
Onions with the skin on. Oh God! Someone teach that boy to cut an onion because that was.
You break into a policeman, and all he's got to say is, "Don't go in my house again."
Yeah.
What? Anyway, his
Seriously.
house was really easy to get into.
It was. He just jimmied it. It is. He just jimmied the front door. What the hell? Yeah. What was Irene playing at with them doors? Bloody hell.
Well, they're from a bygone era. They're not. You wouldn't get insurance on them locks, would you? Now,
No.
have you tried doing home insurance these days? They want to know what kind of lock you've got.
I know. Is it
I'm like, I don't know.
5 bolt something or
I'm
other?
like, I just put a fucking key in it.
I just lie. I just choose the one where the insurance goes down. You know. I'm like, yeah, I've got a triple super duper whatever.
Very sure.
Yeah, I'm all that.
I'm sorry, those very sure adverts. Sorry, segue. They're the best thing on TV sometimes, aren't they?
There's an intruder in your living room. I was asleep. What happened? The police are coming right now.
Our neighbours have got one. We should get one.
They're dubbed as well, aren't they? Like, if you watch their lips, I'm like, they're not saying these words. It's like, what language is the original advert in?
That's very sure.
It doesn't look like a Darren to me. He looks like a Klaus.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's going on holiday with peace of mind.
Oh, it's so funny.
I'd never skip a very sure ad. Always
No,
watch them.
They are entertaining. They're like a little
Yeah.
Channel 5 mini-series in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, they are.
There's
Funny.
a man in your living room. There's the one where the woman... Have you seen the one where she wakes up in the middle of the night on the phone? And
Yeah.
like, so the phone woke her up, but her house alarm didn't. Like, that's bad advertising, isn't it? The house alarm that's so quiet, the phone is louder. Like... I don't think that's a good advert for the company, but there we go.
I think they're trying to say that it won't alert the intruder, just you.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
But then what do you do? Confront them?
Oh, they're in my bedroom. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Like, it's too late.
Do you go down there and beg them not to take the telly? Like, what do you do?
We're still paying it off, for God's sake.
Is the very sure man on his way or not?
You can be very sure. Of what? Of what?
No,
What is this
don't
advert?
know. Knowing my look, Sarge'd turn up.
Get over there. Hide in the cupboard.
And he'd probably arrest me for it.
You
in my
probably would.
pyjamas.
You must
Yeah.
have tampered with your alarm.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, rack off.
These alarms don't go off for no reason.
I'd be like, I want a lawyer, Dave.
Fetch me my
Anyway.
brief.
We digress. We're talking about Holden, aren't we? Breaking into
Oh yeah. Yes.
Illicit Irene's.
Irene. Yeah.
It's David's AVO hearing.
Hey,
What is happening with this podcast?
I don't know. We've had a long week. Oh dear. I think I'm neurodiverging or whatever the word is.
Neuro departed.
Yes. That. Yeah.
We'll come on to neuro departing soon.
Oh, God.
Lacey's stressing out, isn't she? This hearing is today. Will the ABO be ratified or not? Blah, 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 blah. She's going about town. Everyone's stressing. Marley's being very nice to her, isn't he? Tells her there's no need to feel guilty. You're not responsible. And right before the hearing, what does this Holden fella go and do? Messages her. Don't do this to us. Don't, there's never too late to pull back, and this stresses her out even more.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically begging her that, she's ruining him up. This does spook her, and Leah comes to the rescue. They go on a lovely walk and talk, don't they? Her and Leah have built a very good bond since they made up after the whole Theo saga. Leah gets Lacey to block his number. Now, you made a very good point to me privately today.
Did I?
That was like, I might have been yesterday. Not blocking the number was probably the smart thing to do, because then you've got sort of evidence of him trying to contact you, right? Whereas my first gut reaction was that should have been blocked weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking, how does it take Leah to tell you now on the day of the AVO hearing to block his number? Like, I would have done that weeks ago. Yeah.
And to be honest, if you're in that situation, everyone tells you to block the number. Even the police tell you to block the number. But I don't agree with that advice, especially because she's got an AVO out. Because I would want to see the message. Like, if he continues messaging her while the AVO is in place, and she doesn't know that it's coming in because she's blocked his number, you've got no evidence that he's broke his AVO. You know what I mean? So, obviously he escalates and he rings Abby on the salt phone, but you don't know he's going to do that. So I wouldn't have blocked him. I would have done no reply. Like, he would have got no message back from me, or if he'd called, I'd have stopped the call or whatever, hung up on him, rejected it. But I would have had the evidence. I would have had the call logs. I would have had the text messages, and then I would go to my dad, Sarge, and say he's broke his AVO, because the only way that we're going to get rid of this guy is if he goes against the conditions of the AVO, and if you don't know he's doing that, how can you prove he has?
That's true. Yeah, you're right. And when you said it to me, I thought, oh yeah, it sounds so obvious. So yeah, Leah advising her, especially at that late stage, based on your analysis, I agree. It was probably not the best advice.
It's just I know it's counter what you get told. You get told by the police to block the number, but I wouldn't, because I would be like, look, he's still harassing me, even though you've told him not to. Mm-hmm. I'd want all the evidence in my court. I'm a screenshots person. I'm like, here are the screenshots. Here's the evidence.
Yeah. Oh, I know. If we need to find a message or something, I know you'll get it. I know you'll find it. So yeah, no, absolutely. Now, I want to. I'm glad you've mentioned the conditions of the AVO and this phone call to Abs, because that everyone's reaction to that confused me, because I thought. Right, my take on it was that Lacey took out the AVO against him. He can't contact her, can't come near her, can't be blah, blah, blah. Surely it's not in the conditions of the AVO that he's not, because he could just turn around and say, oh, I called that. We know obviously he's harassing Abby. you know, because he knows Abby's involved in the deterrence from him, right? But calling the restaurant and booking a table, for example, wouldn't be a break in a condition of his AVO, would it? So I was a bit perplexed at
think it
Abs's
would.
strong reaction.
I think it would, because I think I don't know about Australia, but I think the stalking laws here prevent you from, if you take out an injunction for a solicitor, which is like kind of what you do as an AVO kind of equivalent, it prevents them from contacting your friend's family and employer. And that's what he's done. He's contacted her friend by phoning Abs. You know, well, he must know there's a good chance. He might even be watching, you know, because he's a creep.
True.
So he might even know that Abs has just walked up the stairs to Salt because he's been sat in the car park or something, because we know he's been watching them for weeks. So I would say that was still a breach. I don't know about Australian law, though.
I agree, but I'm trying to articulate this as sort of from
I know
like
what you
Abby's
mean.
response.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just like
Well,
I felt like Abby's
she
made
worked for
herself. Yeah, she's made herself. What I'm trying to say is she's making herself main character here.
I agree with that, and it I don't want to agree with this because it's something that Marley said to her, where he was like, you know, he had a go at her. It was a bit weird actually, where he was like, "How are you helping?" And she was like, "Well, because I'm doing this and I'm doing that and doing," and he's like, "You're getting yourself involved."
She wants to go out on the lads or something, don't she, and celebrate or whatever.
He finds out that she sent that mess. You know, she said, "I said to you, well, I wonder how Marley would feel about this and it's come out now." So she was like, "Oh, I took Lacey's phone and I sent him a message off the phone and he saw me do it." And Marley was like, "Well, that was really stupid. This guy's dangerous. You put yourself in the firing line." And that was before the phone call. And then when the phone call happened, I thought, "Oh, Marley's going to have a go at her because he's going to be like, you brought this on yourself. You got involved and you sent that message and pissed him off. And now you're going to be the target because now he can't get to Lacey. Who else is he pissed off at? Oh, he's pissed off at Abby because he sees her as the one keeping them he sees her as the one keeping Romeo and Juliet apart because he thinks that Lacey's in love with him for some reason, and that everyone else is just out to get them. And it's like, ugh.
This is the other element to it, isn't it, as well? No, and by the way, completely agree. I'm glad you saw it because I felt like, look, if Abs feels threatened by him, if she was to go down and make her own complaint to the police, then that could only help Lacey's case. That was my sort of element, you know,
point.
like rather than like a whole will shouldn't I tell Lacey? I felt like, look, if he's harassing you now and you already know there's an AV out against your mate, then why don't you go to the police station and may file a complaint yourself? And there it can only help build the case, particularly as chances are this is going to end up in court. He's going to break the AVO. It's going to go down that prosecution route. We need all the help we can get. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't think of that, but yeah, you're right. She should have gone straight to. I mean, I think everyone's tiptoeing around the fact that Lacey's dad is a cop, and she doesn't want him involved for whatever reason.
Yeah, this is the problem, and that you're absolutely spot on. You're on the money. We're not going there because Lacey doesn't want Dad to know, and I'm like, why?
I know. If my dad was a cop,
banging my head against a wall here.
If my dad was a policeman, or not even a policeman, a sergeant, and this guy was doing this to me, I would be taking advantage of that nepotism. I would be like, "Hi, Dad, he's done it again." You know, I'm sorry. I would not rest. I would be like, "Get him out of my house."
But when Marley had fisticuffs with him and was dragged down there last week, Marley told him.
Yeah.
And I've not seen anything that tells me he's bothered.
No.
Can't stand the guy. Honest to God.
And this is why I think it, and I don't know whether it's deliberate or not, I do think that if this was written differently, if this was Joe being stalked, I do think David would be more proactive. And I do think it's because Lacey has proven that she is quite, you know, street smart. She's brave. She can fight for herself. She can stick up for herself. But at the end of the day, this Holden creep can overpower her quite easily in her own house. And then she's there all alone. Like, if I was Sarge, I'd be like, "Are you going to work today? Are you going to be around people?" I don't know.
Yeah.
And also when Abby and Marley dropped her home and they just walked in the living room and then walked out again. If that was my friend and I knew that creep had been in her house, I'd be in the loft. I'd be in the loft looking at behind the suitcases
I know.
for him.
You'd actually stay there for a bit, wouldn't you?
I would.
He already closed the shop. You'd stay there. You'd have a cuppa.
Yeah.
You'd make sure they're comfortable. You'd wait till Dad got home.
I'd be looking under every cushion. I'd be like,
Yeah.
if he's in here, I'll find him.
Yeah. And let's get to that bit. So he's broken in very easily. He's not very sure here. He's let himself in. He's looking at photographs. He's sitting on the sofa, and I love the way they shot this, right? And
He's
I
a
love
really good creep, isn't he?
Yeah, and I love the way that they edited this, right? So, obviously he's moving around the house as she's walking into rooms, but we last saw him stood there or sat on the couch or whatever, and then you're like, oh my god, she's gonna see him, but he's moved, because they've cut it, and then she goes in, he's in the bathroom listening to him all slag him off, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then she goes into the bathroom to turn the shower, and I'm like, don't go in the bathroom, and he's not there, and I'm like, oh, where is he? And how did he move? I loved it. I loved the way they shot this.
He must be wearing hush puppies or something quiet on his feet.
Yeah. He was just
that is an old house. That would creep that house.
Yeah, he's floating around.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's only when she turns the shower on, which obviously signals to him to come out of hiding.
Yes.
And go towards, but then she decides to turn it off and go back out. She's forgotten a towel or whatever. And then she bumps into him. I was actually quite on the edge of my seat here. Whoa.
I was worried where this was going, actually.
Yeah, we've been here before in this very spot, actually.
Yes, we have. Not
stalkers always go to this house.
Just across the road to the bedroom, we had the Bella thing, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, it was creepy. It was really well done. He's a really good creep. I know that's a horrible thing to say for the poor actor, but he does play a really good creep. I really don't like this guy. I'm not meant to like him, and I really don't like him. I think he is creepy, and it gives me the shivers. Yeah.
It was good. It was good. She calls the police. He gets arrested. Is that the end of him?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to have court case, aren't we? He doesn't think he's done anything wrong, so he's going to plead not guilty. He was saying to Cash, hello, mate, it's my girlfriend. We've got this thing going on. He's like, I'm not your mate. She's not your girlfriend.
I thought that was going to be the moment where Cash was like, something's not right with this lad. He's unwell, and he needs help. Because, I don't know if did I even say it out loud? I can't remember me saying last week, but that's something I want to see out of this.
You did,
because actually his perception of their relationship isn't the same as hers.
No.
And that comes from his delusion. It comes from something that's going on with him, right? And I think what that said to me was that actually none of this is malice in his eyes. Or is that how they get you? Is that how they get away with it? Do you know what I mean? I keep flip-flopping. Is that what a creep's going to say to get away with it? Do you know what I mean?
They can play that card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a good point. I don't know now. And the only thing I was thinking of this whole time when Cash was interviewing him, and he was saying that's not how Lacey sees it. She's not your girlfriend. I'm not your mate. Blah blah blah. And I couldn't help thinking about how when he interviewed the guy that attacked Flick.
Oh yeah.
And he had a whole complete different story because Flick was basically drug raped, wasn't she?
It was around consent, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the guy was Delulu, and you saw Cash having to sit through it's awful. But in his head, do you remember they showed that scene where it looked like he smashed his head on the table, but then you realised it was in Cash's head and not
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking of that the whole time he was in that room with Holden. I was like, Cash knows, he's been here, with a guy that can't see what he's done to a woman and can't admit what he's done to a woman.
Sophie, well spotted. 10 points to you. That went right over my head. But in that scene this week, you're right. Cash flipped, didn't he? It's like a switch came on, and he was like, "No, that's not it."
Yeah.
And I think that's
not
taking
why,
it, wasn't it? Yes. Oh my god.
possibly why, because he is a bit biased, that he didn't go down the route of this guy needs help, because he's coming from a place of being an older brother, you know, and having to deal with the consequences of the little sister going through something. So I don't know. I think, yeah, if you were completely unbiased, you would go, this guy thinks that he's in a relationship with her. He's obviously crackers. Like, he needs to get help. Like,
Yeah.
this is a psychological thing. But I think because Cash has seen the other side of it and seen that guy, and he was like all cocksure in the interview and like, oh, she wanted it. You remember he said that to his
Yeah.
friend. He was
Yeah.
like, no, she didn't. She was unconscious, and like, you videoed it. We've seen it. Like, she didn't even know you were there. So I couldn't help thinking about that and how he'd been through that sort of similar.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm running with that. Thank you. Yeah, that explains it, doesn't it? Though it does, doesn't it?
I don't
And
know.
that is really good continuity, and actually subtly done, because I didn't even clock it. Like,
But I could be wrong. I mean, the person that wrote that might not have thought of that at the time, but it was going through my mind, because I was like, I think the reason why he's not feeling sorry for this guy is because he's like, this guy's a creep like the guy that attacked my sister. I don't know. Because
yeah.
I think Cash is a very empathetic person normally, but he didn't show any empathy towards Holden at all.
No, he didn't. He just sort of was like, right, that's not how she sees it, dude.
Yeah, I'm not your mate. Yeah.
Yeah, heard it all before, hasn't he? Well done, Soph. Well done. I personally feel like that's him done. That's the end of his episodes.
Do you think? Do you not think we're going
I
to see a
think-
court case or anything?
No, I think
Really?
it's a flash in the pan.
Oh.
I think that's the end of that. That's my gut feel. I think he was a guestie with too many words.
Well, if he was a guestie and that was it, he did a good job. I'll be honest. I
Yeah.
didn't. I enjoyed his portrayal of Holden. He gave me the shivers, and yeah, let's hope he
And
gets the help he needs.
Well, we'll leave it on that. Right, Remi needs some help. Should we go to Remi?
Oh God.
His treatment is trundling on this week, and he's starting to weigh him down, isn't it? He's saying to everyone he's hating how it's making him feel. Alf even spots that he's looking a bit crook these days and he's not looking good. Comments on that. And Remi still doesn't want to tell people, does he? He's still trying to keep a lid on this as much as he can. I mean, as time goes on, that it's getting difficult, isn't it? Sort of more and more people are rallying. I tell you what is fascinating is Johnny's actually one of those characters that is in and out and spending a lot of time at the neighbours these days, vis-a-vis Sonny and his visits. However, I'm not sure he's fully aware of the situation.
No.
That's going on, and it's quite interesting, isn't it, how Remi is actually keeping a lid on this. And it's just to link it back to what you were saying about why we've got John off the cul-de-sac. Do you know what I mean? Interesting to think about and ponder over your Cocoa Puffs tomorrow morning.
I don't think we call it that anymore.
Right.
I think it's Cocoa Pops.
I'm showing my age. This podcast contains outdated, relevant information to the time. What's the warning I need to put on the front of it?
It was of its time. Or at least the hosts were of their time. Born in the 80s, Dal. Born in the 80s.
Back to the 80s. Now, he does cheer up when the post comes. He's getting his license back.
Oh,
right?
God, don't. I can't.
He's incredibly keen to get back on the bike, isn't he? The literal bike. Now, Eden's not keen on the idea. Begs him, doesn't she, not to get on it. And he says to her, let me have this one thing. I'm facing imminent death. I'm going to go for a ride. I've paraphrased, as usual. He gets on it, but doesn't actually get off the drive, does he? Thank God. Now, would they actually give him his license when he's got a brain tumour?
Hell no.
No, they wouldn't.
You're supposed to self-report. I don't know how it works in Australia, but in the UK, if you have got if you've had a seizure, or if you've got a brain tumor that has a side effect of seizures, you're supposed to self-report, or your doctor can, to the DVLA.
Right.
And then they normally say you can't drive, and it depends on how serious it is and what the condition is and whatever. But normally it's either 6 months or 12 months after your last seizure. And we know he had a seizure on Tuesday because we saw it. So come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Suspending disbelief is getting harder and harder. It really is.
It really is. And you over here, your doctor can report you. So I don't know why Levi should have said, you can't drive, and I'm going to report you to the whatever the equivalent of the DVLE is over there. I have no idea.
Yeah, Levi could have reported it. I mean, Cash comes home. He could have reported it. He's a policeman.
Well, Cash is the reason he lost his license, because Cash pulled him over when he was pissed and breathalyzed him. He wasn't happy that he was driving drunk, but apparently a brain tumour's okay? What?
The only thing he's got to say about it is telling Eden, well, you know, you'll either die or scrape him off the floor or something like that.
I was shook if... I love Cash, but come on, Cash. You pulled him over for having a whiskey. You can pull him over for having brain tumour.
Hello?
Come on.
This was just stupid, wasn't it? And I think half of my nonchalance attitude towards it was that I knew he wasn't going to ride it.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was obvious from the beginning he's not going to ride it.
Yes.
Well, to everyone apart from Eden. So he doesn't get anywhere with it, does he? And in order to cheer him up about it all, Eden brings Sonny over again.
Ray of sunshine.
Well, actually, he was this time.
Was he?
He was a different person that wheeled in this week.
At the beginning, he was.
Well, yeah. The week does get worse, as they tend to, right? But when he first comes in, he's all happy, chippy, chipper, cracking jokes about riding through thing. I'm like, this isn't the guy that left last time.
Also, can we just say, what is this rehab doing for him? Because he's never there.
Well, he's never... Where the hell is Warren?
Where's Warren? Where's his physio? Like, he's just like, I'm just going to stay at the share house for another week. I'm like, you're in physio for a reason. Hello.
And then I'm going to ring up and just say, I'll come back tomorrow.
Oh, I'll just check if my leg works because I've done nothing to make it work.
My neighbour's hitting me with a spoon. Can I stay another night?
Can we just say, right? John is having a great week, and I am really annoyed that other people are not enjoying his company, because I would love to stay up and watch Walking Dead. I think that was what they were watching at Leah's house.
There was
There was a zombie chat. I would adore to spend a week with John watching The Walking Dead until after midnight, and then let him hit me with spoons. That sounds like an absolutely brilliant week to me.
I know. John, do it like they do in the Navy.
Tell me your Navy stories, come on. I'm all ears.
Can we talk about that midnight watching Walking Dead thing?
Yes.
Why were they were Leah next day can't function because she stayed up till midnight. Oh my God, party animals.
You and me, we are watching, like, what do we watch at like 2 a.m? Like, we text each other at 2 a.m. because we're watching stuff on the TV and comparing notes.
Well, I'm not quite as late as you, am I? I'm always the first to pass out.
You are at the weekend. You are up late at the weekend.
I am. Yeah.
Because I'm a bad influence on you. And I'm like, I'm watching this. Put it on.
This woman reckons her house is haunted. Channel 63. I'm like, hang on. I'm on my way.
Oh, you missed a good one the other day. I'll tell you about it later. Barry got possessed. It was brilliant. Oh dear.
Oh, you'll have to next time you watch him on, you'll have to tell me, and I'll try and find it.
Oh, it was so good. I will tell you, because the woman got possessed as well, and I was crying laughing. I was crying, and Ian's there. Ian's there with his rosary beads in the background. I was like, oh, sigh. I wish you hadn't gone to bed, because this is hilarious.
So we're doing all this, and we're still up the next day functioning.
I still do a full-time job.
I know.
You know, and they don't even put shifting in summer bay. They barely do part-time. Sigh.
It is hard work carting and throwing paper cups to and fro the diner.
Is it? Is it?
Wouldn't look it. I'll tell you what, I'd swap my job for it any day.
I'd go tomorrow, doll. Yes.
Yeah.
I
think that's the kind of lifestyle that suits us, little coffee cart.
I have all that free time just to bumble around.
I can't bake, but I have to buy stuff in.
That's fine. I can bake, but I don't like it. Oh, right,
you can bake, yeah.
I don't like baking, but
can you do a good lemon drizzle? We'll call it.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I've learnt from my nan. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. She was a very good baker. I'm not very good at baking. I don't enjoy it, but I can do it. Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, my birthday's October.
Noted.
Just to remind you.
I normally get you a bottle of wine, but I'll get you some lemon drizzle bars.
Homemade lemon drizzle. And we'll look... Actually, what we're talking about, your birthday before mine.
Oh, what are you going to bake me then? Actually,
you what?
I was going to say, what are you going to bake me then for my birthday?
Honestly, you wouldn't want it. A doorstop.
Oh, I'm waiting. July can't come quick enough.
I go online and order yours in a jar.
That was amazing, actually. Amazing. Yes, more of that.
Easy. Oh, I'm not going to inflict my cooking on you.
Oh, you make me laugh. Oh,
so back to the show.
I feel like the listeners have heard too much of us tonight.
I know, we've done a lot of sharing, haven't we? Yeah.
Whoops.
Sorry, listeners.
Sorry, guys.
But you know, the kids do stink.
Cherie.
Chanel.
Kids.
Chanel.
Back kids. Oh God, we'll get Docs round. Come on.
Right. So he's not gone on the bike. He's right. He's at home. He's all forlorn. Sonny's come over. He's gonna cheer him up. Actually, things get quite serious quite quickly, don't they? Because amongst all this, his dizzy spells are back. His cognition's suffering. He's getting the blurred vision again, and he's having his radiotherapy. And things should be getting better, shouldn't they? But they're not. So, it quickly becomes apparent vis-a-vis Levi that we need to get you in for some scans. He's quite reluctant to do this, isn't he? Mm. He actually then, through having chit-chats with Sonny, they're left alone. Good grief. Are talking about, losing life and losing the opportunity to go on this bike and what could have been, and he feels like he's losing everything. He's about to put the bike in the shed and he has another seizure, as you mentioned earlier. Mm. Now, Sonny feels incredibly helpless because he's on the top deck. There's a massive step. He's on his wheelchair, can't get to him. He's having this fit. And Sonny ends up trying to go off. Now, you can tell he's new to this. Because
he's not been at rehab learning how to do it.
He's not been there. No.
Yes.
He's not got to getting downstairs in his wheels.
God.
He needs a run up. Everyone knows that. You can't go off like he did. You've got to back it up, Sonny.
He just kind of fell forwards.
Yeah, you need to get some speed, lad.
Has he not seen the film Speed? Come on. Even a bus knows what to do. Yes. Bridge that gap.
Yeah. You gotta
get up to 60.
You've got to get over the top of that step with some speed. No.
Oh.
So he just topples over it, doesn't he? He's face down. He's eating grass this week. And then we have, I think, what is supposed to be a high stakes dramatic scene. But it doesn't land that well, does it? Because we now have Sonny dragging himself across the garden to a helpless Remi who's having a seizure or had a seizure. He's over there needing help. Remi,
Chuckle Brothers.
Sonny's trying to get to him. Then he uses his knee, and you're like, "What?"
We saw that, right? We all saw that.
We all saw it. It was plain as day. Because we were laughing about wiggle of a toe, weren't we, the week before?
Yes.
Saying it's coming. I didn't expect a full-on stride.
That was a knee. Like, his
Yeah,
knee
he
was
lifted
like...
his leg up.
Yeah, defo. We saw it.
Yeah. No mistake, man. No mistake. Thank God Cash arrives in time. He's like, what the hell is going on here? He's on the deck.
Cash is the responsible adult this week.
Imagine coming into the back garden and just seeing two blokes. Wheelchair spinning.
And nobody told him what happened. This is the weirdest thing. Like he came in and like he lifted Sonny back into the chair. Remi races back into the house because Remi was awake when Cash turned up, so he didn't know he had a seizure. Just saw him lying on the floor for no reason. And then Sonny's like, "Go check on him." I was like, "Tell him why? Like he doesn't know why he's going to check on him. He doesn't know what happened." This was mad.
It was crazy. I was just like, you're just like watching something. You're like, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I didn't know whether to laugh or be like upset. I was like, I feel like this is serious, but I can't help laughing.
I couldn't work it out.
It was like a joke. It was like there's two men on a veranda. One of them's got a brain tumor, the other one's paralysed. Where does this end? I was like, are you serious?
I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to wet our sides at this.
I just can't believe they left them alone. This was why when before this happened, Eden said to Justin, "Can you stay with them? I've got to go to work. Can you stay and keep an eye on them?" And like, she can't tell Justin why she's got to keep an eye on them. But this is why, because one of them's got a brain tumor and the other one's paralysed. They can't look after each other. It's like, it's ridiculous. Come on.
It is like leaving two toddlers home alone.
And they're toddlers when they both are fully healthy, functional people. You know what I mean? And the beautiful funeral home story that we heard.
Yeah. Oh, I did enjoy that actually, because we've been dying for funeral home content.
We have. Thank you.
And to hear that Sonny was there as children playing, pissing about, scaring old ladies, absolute gold.
It was gold.
Jumping out of coffins.
I love it.
It was like a 30-second scene. Loved it. So we're in. Cash picks everybody up off the floor. And he's like, right, Levi, right, we need to get some scans. He's very reluctant, Remi, isn't he? I think he knows deep down. It's one of, when people say, your body. I think he knows it's not working at this stage, doesn't he? I think
the seizure was a giveaway.
Well, yeah. There were signs.
Neon. Flashing.
And he doesn't want to go for that bloody scan because he doesn't want to be told.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't want to hear it out loud, does he? And I think you start to see this vulnerability of Remi that is really difficult to see in other parts of his life. I'm the first to admit I really, really struggle with him. I can't get under that skin. I find him a bit of a Neanderthal, if you remember. I found him like a ladies' man. I couldn't stick the guy at the beginning. Thawed a bit as we went along. Now he's got this, and he's actually starting to show me some vulnerabilities that I can actually empathise with. Like, to me, he's become one of the more complex characters we've got, actually.
Yeah.
I think they've done a lot of work with him, and I think it's paid off. I really do. Eventually, Levi gets him there, doesn't he? Gets him to the hospital, has the scans. The tumour is not only shrinking, which he was promised is the reason for the radiotherapy, but it's actually growing alarmingly, Soph,
Mm,
at an alarming rate, which obviously is TV drama, so that adds jeopardy, doesn't it? Because
mm.
that brings our lifespan down to exactly 2 weeks, no doubt.
Sorry.
Actually, it was the end of the month.
It was a month, wasn't it? And then you were a goner. Oh, this actually did break me a little bit, even though I knew it was coming, because you read something out, or I read something out last week on First Look about bad news and Remi having to like make a decision. And so we kind of knew this was coming, but it still hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Because I do genuinely like Remi, and I do think he's a good character, and I am actually a bit upset about him being terminally ill, or whatever the word is. Like, I am a bit upset about this because he's like a proper Aussie guy, you know, very, very like, oh, I'll do it myself. You know, it's infuriating, but I also see that I see that vulnerability, and I see that hard shell but gooey on the inside thing that he's got going on, and it does make me sad.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Yeah.
Is he toast?
I hope not, but I honestly don't know, because I was trying to do the maths and the maths was mathing, and I thought
The whole 3-year thing.
I think it's been longer than that, but I think if he'd only renewed for like another year or so, it could be. Yeah, it potentially could be his turn to go, which I would be really sad about. We have had a few people leave recently, and I think this one, I feel like he's got a lot of potential that I don't think we've tapped into. And I think I said the same thing with Rose when she left, and Xander. There was like quite a few characters where we've not really tapped in, and Brie, actually. God, reading them off now. Where we've not really tapped into their potential enough. And I feel like Remi has. I think Adam's a really good actor. I think he can do. He can do funny. He can do flirty. He can do like buffhead. He can do the vulnerable stuff. There was a couple of scenes this week with him and Eden where he was talking about how scared he was, and I felt really sad. Like, and he can pull my heartstrings.
Yeah, I think I agree. I was going to praise Adam as well. I think he's doing a fab job. I think he's really good at this stuff, actually.
Yeah.
There are actors who get storylines like this and you just feel now.
Yeah.
You know, and not just in this show, I just mean generally. You know, you're just thinking, all right. I think he brings something to Remi that I think only he could. I think he's one of those actors now that's become synonymous with him.
Yes.
And I think a lot of it is him, you know, and I'm going to hold my hands up. Like I say, I think it's taken me a long time to get there with him. And I think if they were to kill him off now, I think it would affect me. You know, I think it would be a really big loss to the show, and I think it would be a massive storyline. And this is the thing about running a show, because you get to play God, right? It's like playing Sims, right? Do you kill someone and have the big impact? What are the ripples? What effect does that have on people? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to weigh up that pro and con, haven't you, for doing something like that?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think the more this goes on, this storyline, actually, I think if I was in the sort of exec producer spot, I think he would be a worthy death, actually, because they're getting us on side with him. You want to you want to put your audience through stuff, don't you?
You do. And
that's the point.
This is such an interesting storyline, because I think I said to you, like, on WhatsApp, like, when was the last time we had a terminal illness apart from Remi? You know, when did we have this kind of, you know, cancer, terminal, super hard hitting, but also something that everyone sitting at home can relate to, because you either have been through a cancer scare, or you've had someone in your family or your friend group that has. You know, it's only a matter of time. The amount of people that unfortunately have to go through this, and I'm not talking about brain tumors, I'm talking about cancer generally. You know, everybody gets affected by this storyline, so it's really easy to pull people's heartstrings.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And he's demonstrating as well that he's got the repertoire, like you say, the emotional stuff, the flirty stuff, the comedy stuff, the anger stuff. There was that
yeah.
argument between him and Sonny.
Yes.
And he throws the glass, and he's like, and there. I think this is fascinating because we were talking about parallels with their stories early doors, weren't we?
Mm.
About and this is an example of how one would respond and another one respond to being told your life's changing.
Mm.
And actually, it's quite interesting to say that they've ended up at the same spot
Yeah.
where they're really pissed at each other.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. Oh God. Yeah, you're right.
It is
Yeah.
interesting when you start breaking down the layers.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also from a personal point of view, when I look at him, I'm like, I try and put myself in the kind of shoes of, imagine I'm in the Homer's universe, and I don't know Remi, but I know of him by association. Like, I know he's been in Lyric, and I know he's a producer, and I know he worked on Kirby's album, and I know he worked on, what was that other girl's name that he ruined his relationship over? I can't remember. That other massive star. Like,
I thought you said that you rimmed then. And that.
and that. Anyway, moving on. Like, as a kind of like music enthusiast, if I lived in the Homer's world, I might know of Remi, and also in my own world, I know about musical artists that have died young from tragic circumstances, either illness or like other things that happen to music artists. You know what I mean? So for him to die this young, tragically, with a brain tumor, like in the Homer's universe as well, that's actually got a ripple effect because of the kind of low key fame that he's got or supposedly got from his music career as well, and that normally elevates an artist beyond where, like, he can be like a low key artist alive, but he can actually go high key because of him. Like, death does this weird thing in music where you kind of get revered more if you die young and you're a rock musician. You know what I mean?
You're right. He could go on tour as a hologram like ABBA.
Oh my God. Hopefully not. That'd be horrendous. Someone like you.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Like this it's weird, isn't it? What could happen here. We're in for the ride. Like, I think this has been a really good decision by whoever made it, for it to be this guy. And so Levi gets into the hospital. They have the scan. It's growing. The only option he's got, and you can't help but try and put yourself in these kind of guys' shoes when there's stuff like this. And I think, God, he hasn't really got a choice. Everyone's telling them, they're explaining his options.
Yeah.
Sonny's screaming at him, at least you've got a choice. And I'm sitting here watching it thinking, what choice is this really?
Yeah.
He's got to go under the knife. Could die either way. Like, this isn't a choice, really, is it?
And if,
Do you know what I mean?
He doesn't die, he's either going to be miraculously cured and back to normal, or his life could completely change. He could arguably be in a more vulnerable situation than Sonny is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there was actually a heartbreaking scene at the end of the week where he's like, "What if I come through all this and I can't go to the toilet?
Yeah,
and I can't eat, and I'm not living, am I? I might as well die." Like, that's where his head's at. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just thinking, that isn't a choice that this guy's got in front of him.
No.
He's, and you sit there and think, what would I do? And I'm like, I don't know either.
No,
actually,
because part of you is like, I have to go through with it because, he's got the guilt trip of Eden, he's got the guilt trip of Sonny, he's got all the people around him that are imploring him to get this surgery because they want him to not die in a month from a brain tumor.
Yeah.
But then he's like, what if I have the surgery and I'm still here, technically, so no one has to mourn me because I'm not dead, but for me, my life is over. And I'm alive, but for me, I might as well be dead.
You don't want to exist like that, do you?
You don't, and it's horrible. No. It's awful, and also it gets to a point where you're so incapacitated, you can't even make a decision about your own end of life care at that point. And that's what would scare me the most, is that, like, oh, this is getting really dark now. But if I was in a position where I knew that I was going to die and I could, do something about that before the end, that's one choice, isn't it? But if you are in a position where you have not got the capability or the capacity to choose how you die with dignity, and you've got to live for 40 years, living on a tube or living.
Well, yeah, we could even get political. Even God, look
Yeah.
at us, highbrow now. Because there's a debate about that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Really, going, in our government in this country, some countries you can do assisted death,
And let's face it, he's a millionaire, so money is not an object. He could fly
No.
himself wherever the law allows. But if he's not, if he hasn't got the capacity to make the decision for his end of life care, he can't do that, even if he's a millionaire.
No, this is it. And the tragic thing about all this, he's in this position through not behaviour, not through lifestyle, just through sheer bad luck.
Yeah.
And that's that tragedy. No one's. He's not here because he's done something wrong.
No.
Now, don't fear. Everybody, calm down, right? Because Levi's got Copenhagen's finest, all the way from Copenhagen. Is Cindy Shaw? Was it?
I don't know. I'm calling her Cindy Badass. I love her.
Tell you what. If she says it's a spade, it's a spade, innit?
I actually love her. I loved her from the minute that she came on screen, because I was like, it's so refreshing. That scene where we saw Levi greet her from the lift and
give her that weird hug.
He hugged her. You could tell that she's not comfortable with a hug, and she doesn't hug back. And I was like, this is so relatable. Because I'm a bit like that. I will hug people that I'm really close to, but when someone I don't know very well hugs me, I'm like awkward AF.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot handle that. I shut down mentally. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you touching me? So to see that portrayed on Home and Away, I was like, oh my God, I feel seen.
Yeah.
I will hug you. I know you. But if some random that I've met once or never met tries to hug me, I do what she does, and I'm like locked in.
Same.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I tell you what, my worst nightmare is as well. It's those people who denounce they're a hugger when you've just met them.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm a hugger. Right? So we're all bowing down to you.
I hug my family, I hug my close friends, but if someone I don't know hugs me, I'm like, I'm weird. I'm sorry.
I don't even want to shake your hand, mate.
Oh, shaking hands at work.
Oof.
I don't like that. I've actually told people that I'm not a handshaker, because I'm that weird girl that goes, I don't want to touch your hand because I don't know if you washed it.
Yeah, because I'm sat in the cubicle and I know none of you fuckers wash your hands.
Exactly, and it's always men. It's always men that women don't want to shake your hand. It's always men. And they go to shake your hand at work, and I go, I know you don't. You don't look like you had a shower.
No.
Never mind, washed your hand.
No, they don't. You walk into the gents at work, Sophie, and there's 3 blokes at the urinals. They've all got the phone in one hand and the knob in the other.
No.
And then they would zip up and walk out.
No, I can't cope with this. See, I know this, but I don't want to know it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I won't even open the door with touch the handle.
No, do it with your sleeve. Do it sleeves all the way.
Do it with my foot.
Oh God, just no.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I'd rather actually a hug's less. A hug is safer.
To
than
be
a
fair,
handshake.
yeah, that's true.
However, we digress. We're talking about Cindy, badass Cindy, and her hugs.
Badass.
So Cindy's a straight shooter. Is it a British accent?
I don't know. She's
British
very posh.
accent.
She's very
British.
She's very posh, but there is the twang to it, isn't there?
I don't think she's Aussie.
I don't think she's Aussie, but I don't think she's necessarily British either. There was some twang to it that I didn't recognise.
Is she a pom that's been there a while? You know that
Possibly.
weird hybrid they get.
Yeah.
And oh God, she's so funny. Absolutely crying laughing today.
Levi was like, she's odd.
Odd.
I was like, dude, she cuts people's brains up for a living. Like, you would have to be odd, like, to do that. You'd have to be strange to do that job for a start. Because she obviously really enjoys it as well, because she's questioning him. Like, he's like, "Oh, I'm not cardio anymore. I'm ED," and she's like, "Why?
No, yeah.
Why would you do that?"
Exactly. It's like 50-gram pay cut.
Why would you do that? I love my job, even though I don't do anything but see the job. I love my job. I love her. She's such
so
a
funny.
air.
She comes in, "Where's the patient? I've lost him." "Oh, he's dead." "No, he's just gone to the beach."
He's just run away, doll.
I was texting you. I was crying laughing.
This ep was so good because it was so serious. Like, the stuff she said was so blunt. You know, you're gonna die. You're fucked. Basically, is what she said to him. If you don't have brain surgery, you're fucked. Is basically what she said to him. But she said it in such a way that I was like, I am hysterical.
Yeah. She literally is like so. Like, no emotion at all. Like,
yes.
when he finally surfaces, she's like, "Where have you been? And who's this?" And Eden's like, "Nice to meet you." She's like, "Is it?"
If it's nice to meet me, why did you run away from me?
"Is it nice to meet me? He's dying." I'm like, oh God.
I am acquainted with your brain tumour. And yes, I would also be scared because yours is the most aggressive brain tumour I've ever seen. And I've been doing this for approximately 30 years. She's terrifying, but she's low-key iconic.
She's like, "What we're going to do, we're going to be awake. We're going to go in awake." And I'm like, I text you, I said, "Are we having awake or are we doing this awake? Which is it?" Because
you're going to be awake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut your brain in half like a boiled egg. And what you're going to do is you're going to play Stairway to Heaven while I'm doing. Bring your guitar, and I'm going to cut your brain, and you're going to play guitar. You're going to play the best guitar.
Serenade the theatre staff.
She's an absolute legend.
Do you know, the absolute... If we get a scene where he's sitting there playing Someone Like You while she's got her hands in his head...
I know that you will faint, but
I'll faint.
You'll faint, but I will tell you what happened, and it will be hilarious.
Yeah. So I can't imagine.
I want him to play the solo that he did on Avalon's album because that was hot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the studio.
Yes. Yeah.
That was her name, Avalon.
Avalon, Marvelon, whatever her name was. Yeah. Her. Yeah.
Yeah. So. If he's there, like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, I mean, okay, have a tooth out awake, right?
Yes.
Or, like, I'm just like, what? Why are we having brain surgery awake? What is going on?
Because it makes sense. And if you watch medical dramas, which I guess you don't, do you?
No, I'm trying to avoid it.
No, I thought you might. If you watch a medical drama, this is pretty norm for brain things. There are quite a lot of medical dramas out there where they cut your scalp open or your head open while you're asleep, but then they do bring you around when they need to actually tackle your brain and this is quite normal.
Well, it's got the brains are active sort of thing.
Yeah, because like she said on the show, I need to know if I've done something and I've hit something that I shouldn't have. You will act in a way that will make me know. Don't touch that bit again. You'll lose like.
I'm actually. Honestly, I think we might have to stop talking.
I'm sorry, I know, but if you think about his hands, like your hands are controlled by your brain, so your fine motor skills, like your movements, your ability to pick small things up between your fingers and that kind of thing, will be affected by whatever she's doing in your head. So if you stop being able to do that, she'll go, "Oh, I don't need to." That area of the brain controls your fingers, so I need to stop poking that bit because you're going to be paralyzed or whatever you know what I mean.
I'm getting a headache.
I'm sorry. It is quite normal. Like if you watch medical dramas, this is quite a normal. To be awake is quite normal.
I'm not sure I could have a woman like that in my brain.
I would love a woman like that in my brain because she's so focused on the detail, and she just wants to she's so matter of fact, you know what I mean? She's so blunt. Like she's not going to get distracted by me playing guitar because she's just going to tune that out, and she's going to be so focused on my brain and my brain tumor. Whereas if you got someone that was a bit like Levi, I'd be like, he's not touching my brain. He ain't going near my brain. Not a chance. I love the fact this week. Can we just talk about Levi quickly? He said something like, you know, when he was like in the share house with Levi and Sonny, and he wasn't going to leave until he checks what's his name, Remi over. And he said to Sonny, like, "Oh, I don't fold easily because I've got two sisters." And I was like, "You fold like a piece of paper." Like you left Mac on a whim, like left his wife for Mac, sorry, on a whim. Like he's very easily swayed. But anyway, I would not have him cutting my brain open, I'll be honest.
No, not when he's a heart surgeon anyway.
Well, no, but I don't even know if I trust him to do my heart.
Oh no.
He's too willy-nilly, like he's all yeah.
He's all up in his emotions, isn't he?
Whereas Cindy,
I know what you mean.
matter of fact, goes in there, she's like...
She just petrified me.
But I think that's a good thing. It's like, I see you, brain tumor, and I will cut you out, and you will be gone. Like, I would love, like, that kind of level-headed, you know,
I know what you mean.
Tunnel vision woman.
I know what you mean, but she absolutely scares the living shits out of me.
She's scary, but I believe in her.
Funny as, though. What a funny addition.
Do you know what? Can we make a perm? Because now that Levi is ED head or whatever, and he isn't a surgical cardio specialist or whatever, do we need a brain surgeon specialist in the show permanently?
Well, maybe. Can you imagine her at the coffee cart?
Yes.
How would she order a coffee?
I would like
flat white, flattest.
I think she'd want the same as Alf. She'd want a black tea, sorry. A black, you know, no milk, no sugar, no messing, just black tea. Maybe a scone.
Do you know, she's actually giving me Morag vibes.
Yes, maybe that's why I like her. Because
no
it's
nonsense.
That strong, assertive woman. She's top of her field. Like she's kicking goals. She's not taking any prisoners. I really like her. Right, Si, it's time for your say on the Bane.
I say on the Bane.
You left me hanging then. Kind of. Yes, you can chip in. Feel free. Feel free to chip in. But this is the part of the pod where we want to hear from the listeners, you guys out there. You've just heard what we think of this week's Shenanigans in the Bay. Depending on whether Si's edited it or not, it might be an hour and a half worth of us talking about shizzle that happened last week, and also apologies for the randomness. But we also want to hear from you guys. So that's you lot listening right now that watch Home and Away. You might remember that at the end of last year, we launched a new way of contacting us to share your thoughts and your reactions to the show. So if you go to our website, it's coastalnewspod.com, navigate your way to the Your Say on the Bay section. There's a form there. You can put your name. You can type all your thoughts into the box that tells us what you think about the storylines that are happening right now on the show. And we might just read them out next week on this section of the podcast. Maybe. But before I read your thoughts, just a quick reminder that we are on social media, social meds, as JP says. Search for us. We're Coastal News Podcast at Coastal News Pod. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, etc. But we also tweet along live while we watch the show. So we watch the show at 6:30 till 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. And we talk to people in the UK that are on the hashtag Home and Away UK, and talk about what's happening right now between 6:30 and 7. So if you are around watching the show at that time, you want to have a chat, jump online, have a chat with us and all the people that are on that hashtag at the time. It's a good way of building up a little community of people that all watch the show, and it's a nice way of knowing if there's someone that thinks the same way as you about a storyline, or if there's someone that thinks differently and they open your eyes to something that you hadn't noticed before. There's a lot of that going on. It's a really good little community, isn't it, to get involved with, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Please
But
come on down.
come on down. We want to hear from you. New names are always welcome. Don't be shy. We welcome anybody to come and join. So everyone's really chatty and lovely and friendly. We have had a couple of people that have contacted us via the form on our website. So thank you very much, because without your say on the bay, there would be no your say on the bay. Literally. So the first person that's contacted us is Emma. Hello, Emma. Hello. You contacted us previously, and you used to email us as well. So we appreciate you getting involved with the chat, because
Emma gets it.
You're a long-time listener, long-time sufferer, we might say. Bless you. But we do appreciate when you get in touch, Emma. Thank you. So Emma says, OMG, John temporary staying with Leah and Justin is hilarious. I agree. She says, I think Leah and Justin are much better with a third person in their life. Ooh, that's interesting. Because obviously, like,
oh gosh,
not in the way that you said earlier.
I'm just
not in that way. Maybe in that way. I don't know. I wouldn't be closed off to that idea. But anyway,
what? John coming back from the supermarket, rolling the avocado,
or the aubergine? I'm not sure. Yeah. Possibly. I'm not totally against them having a lodger.
Oh right.
Yeah, or
fill up the house. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't say the F word.
It is different since Theo has departed, isn't it? The dynamic of their house.
He's got a kid,
He has, but he doesn't give an F about her, does he? Yeah. He sees her like... He's not even a weekend dad. He's not even a summer holidays dad. He's like a once every 2 years dad when she's got like an issue with her mum.
I would even say decade.
You wouldn't be wrong, I don't think. Yeah.
And they made her a psycho, actually.
They did, but then it was like, oh, but is it because Justin pays zero attention to his daughter? And
these Morgans, they unravelled quickly, didn't they?
They did a bit, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah.
He needs Tori, Justin. Tori was the helm.
She was the matriarch. I think a matriarchal society makes sense to me. So
let's not go down that route. Let's not scratch that itch.
I like a matriarchal family, it works. It does work. That's how you have cohesion. Without that, you have just rebellion and mess. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, like you say, another podcast. And this is Emma say. So Emma says, also, this could be a long way off, but I think Abigail and Marley will split up. We've had conversations about this.
Yeah, we have, haven't we? We think the writing is on the wall.
They're definitely on Fizzle Watch. Which is, for those of you that are new, for those of you that are new to the podcast, we used to do this thing where if there was a couple that we thought were close to Splitsville, we would put them on Fizzle Watch, which meant it's fizzling out.
In fact, we haven't had a fizzled couple in a while, but yeah, they're definitely on it.
Do you know what the last Fizzle Watch I think was Marley and Rose?
Marley again. Common denominator. Yeah, I think you're right, actually, now you say it. Yeah. I'm not going to bite.
Marley's super fan over here.
I'm not. Look, listen. I said I wasn't going to bite.
Go on.
No, right. I want to hear what Emma's got to say. It's her say.
Okay, I will carry on. Emma says, I do think that Marley and Lacey will be a couple by the end of 2026.
Now, you got me onto this week because you were texting me saying, look, there's been some looks. He doesn't look at her the same way. You even sent me a slow-mo video at 1 o'clock this morning. I really appreciated it, actually, because it opened my eyes. Let me
Yes.
tell you.
Should we let the viewers in on what this was?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a scene this week where Marley and Abs dropped Lacey back at home. I can't. Was it Thursday's episode? I think it was.
Yeah. And
Before
fed
we
her to the wolf.
Yeah, we knew as the audience that Holden was in her house, but she didn't know he was there, and they left her. And just before they left her, there was this scene where Abs leaves the house first via the back door at the Langham's house. And Marley opens the door for Abs, but he doesn't look at her. He looks through her. He looks past the camera. He looks almost into the fourth wall to avoid looking at his own girlfriend. And then he turns and he looks at Lacey, who stood in the living room, and he gives her a very different look to the one that he gives his girlfriend normally. And I said to you, didn't I? There is something happening here. Keep an eye. Didn't I?
You did. It was the look of undress.
It was. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw it, because I know you're a Marley fan, so I was like, I need to run it past you because you will tell me objectively, because I'm not objective when it comes to Marley. Because I don't particularly like him, and I think he's a terrible boyfriend. So I know I'm biased. But I thought if I send it to you and you see something in it as a Marley fan, then I'm not clutching at straws.
Yeah. I'm not saying I love it though.
No, I don't love it. No.
I don't know how to feel about it, and I'm stopping myself from doing so because I'm refusing to admit it. I think.
Yes.
Because I think he's been such a lovely friend to Lacey. I think that would spoil it all.
It would, but it's not. I still think maybe he doesn't get with Lacey, but I think it is an indicator that he is not as into Abs as
we think. Yeah,
as he's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's not happening, is it? I mean, we've been given quite plain clues. You know, they go for a dirty weekend and don't even stay in the same room, and you know, and they've been effort from the beginning. Cast your mind back to the start. It was one nag after another. You know, those two have been trying to pretend for a while, I reckon.
Yeah. And there was a lot of niggles this week, wasn't there, where he was basically saying you're a bit immature, because she was like, oh,
well,
party, AVO, woohoo, drinks. And he was like, yeah, but think about Lacey. Think about, the kind of serious aspect of the storyline.
But that was the big obstacle at the beginning.
It was that she was too young. Yeah,
she was too young. He was at a different stage in his life. You know, he wanted to have a nice settled relationship. She was like, bah! you know.
Yeah. It's interesting. We're not the only ones. Well, I'm not the only one. I brought it to your attention, but I'm glad that Emma's also spotted it.
Let's put a pin in that one. We're fizzle watching it. Emma, we're keeping a close eye for you.
Yes. She does go on to say that she doesn't think they really work as a couple, though. So Marley and Lacey, although she thinks they're going to end up together, she doesn't think they're actually going to work as a couple, because being a great friend and very protective of Lacey is a good thing, but it could be a slow burning development of a romantic relationship rather than friendship. I do like Marley protecting Lacey. So yeah, it's that blurring of the lines, isn't it? So although she thinks they're going to end up being a couple, actually, are they better as friends? And is it one of those where you kind of catch feels for a friend, but actually it's a mistake?
And then when you try it, you're like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, which is kind of what happens with Abs, but and I think it's kind of what happened with Rose.
I do agree that Abs and Marley, perhaps their character development has become a detriment to their pairing, right? And if they split them up, right, we're talking about a hypothetical Lacey situation here, aren't we, that Emma's proposing. Let's just look at Abs for a moment. What does she do then? Like, when you look at a character that's let's face it, I'm going to say the word underdeveloped.
She is, yeah, you're right. But then she's starting to develop a friendship with Lacey, isn't she? And then that's going to get torn away if Lacey does end up with Marley, because how can you be friends with someone that goes out with your ex?
That to me is going to be all superficial, sort of surface level crap.
It is
You
a
know.
bit, yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Because then Abs's circle of people around her gets very small, because it's just her sister and her brother. Because who else, apart from Remi, I guess, who else has Abs integrated with in the Bay, apart from Lacey, apart from Marley?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. It makes her world very small, doesn't it? If
Of course
they
it
end up,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I think Abs as a character has got a lot of potential. I think
Yeah.
the actress is a brilliant actress.
Yeah, I agree.
So ripping her relationship apart actually makes that character very vulnerable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a bit scary for us as an audience.
Yeah, it puts her out there treading water on her own. Like, then what?
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
right.
putting my producer head on. Oh my God, what a podcast wanker, right? But like, I'd be then thinking, what do we do with her?
Yeah. You'd
You know?
have to introduce either another friend or another love interest.
Yeah, something would have to happen. Yeah,
Because there's an age difference between her and her siblings already, which makes them, they're great when they're all together. Like when the Fowlers are all together, they're great. But Abs is so different from Eden and Levi. She needs somebody that's more like her to bounce off, doesn't she?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, someone with a bit more energy.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, even the living situation, she's up at the farm. I mean, Marley's there, but like, she even lives with a brother. Like,
Yeah.
I struggle to see any different sort of life for her.
Yeah, true. And also, when you think about it, didn't Marley and Mac live together before Levi and Abs came along? So, if Levi and Abs split up, would Marley get precedence over staying at the farmhouse?
Yeah. Well, Marley also promised Dean that he'd look out for.
Exactly. I can't imagine Mac turfing Marley out on his ear. But then it's her sister-in-law, you know?
Yeah.
That's an awkward dynamic, isn't it? Because who do you turf out? Do you turf out the guy that's basically like your surrogate brother? Or do you turf out the girl that's like your sister-in-law?
Oh, it's going to make Mac impossible again.
That's awkward, isn't it?
All hypothetical, of course, but yeah, we've got our eye on it. Something's afoot.
It's not going to be fun, but I don't think they are long-term couple goals.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's the fallout of their breakup will be horrendous. But I don't think I want them to stay together just because the fallout will be horrendous.
Well, I'll remind you of that when we live in it.
Yeah, please do. I will be ranting, you know it. You know me.
When we're in the thick.
I'll be horrendous. I'm sorry, but yes. Feel free to say I told you so. I can take it. Oh dear. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's interesting that Emma's seen it as well, because I honestly thought I was on I texted you, didn't I, a couple of times this week, and I was like, am I on a different planet, or can you see this as well?
No, to be honest with you though, I've had one of those weeks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I probably in another week would have picked it, but yeah, I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. I'm happy. No.
Oh dear. I wonder what First Look will bring tomorrow.
Check my phone at 7:30 this morning, thinking, what is this? Oh my God, she's right.
I'm sorry. It was bugging me. I was like, this is bugging me. I've got to find evidence of this.
No, I really appreciate you taking the time to send me that, because I can't be living out there in a fairy tale.
I like to snap you back to reality, doll. Yeah.
That's why I keep you around.
Is it? Remains to be seen why you keep me around, but there we go. I'm on borrowed time. I know I am.
Hip over.
Deary me. So funny. Right. Well, thank you, Emma. And we have got
Thank
another
you.
we've got another form from Sam to read out. So
Ooh.
we've got more stuff to divulge into.
Hooroo.
Huru Sam. So Sam says Shane or JP is such a talent. He's so good at the heart to heart
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, the heart. We love the heart to heart stuff, don't we? It's so. Also, he's taken up that Irene space, isn't he?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need that because we were worried when Irene left. One of the things that we talked about on the podcast a few times was who's going to have those chats with the young folk about
Yeah.
you know,
And
heart
going
to
back,
heart.
going
Yeah.
to the way back of this podcast, which
Mm.
actually is a way back now.
Don't age us.
God, time flies, you know.
I know, right?
I was looking the other day about all the episodes we've done.
Mm.
Anyway, we'll digress. But I was talking about how controversially I preferred John to Alf, and we were having this big debate. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah.
It was way in the early days, and I was saying that John transcends the age gap better,
Yes.
and I think that is only getting better as time goes on.
Yes. Yeah. He gets the scenes with the young cast. He's
Yeah.
got that relatability because he's that dad figure, but also he has the jet thing, with the Sonny situation. He's got like
Yeah.
the experience of having a stepson or a foster son or what adoptive son, is he? I don't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also the butt of
Yeah.
the joke, and I think
Alf can't be the butt of the
like,
joke.
but like the characters with the personalities are the young ones. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
like that, they can have that banter with the young uns.
Yes.
I think his job, his role, puts him. It better places him as well to be more mixed.
Yes.
I think the fact that he is unmarried now
Mm.
helps as well.
Mm.
There's a lot going for John in terms of that.
Although one could argue that Alf is technically unmarried because when does he see his wife?
I know.
When?
I know, but he
Never.
still doesn't. Alf commands a respect that John can't. I guess
That's
is what
true.
I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Alf is still a lot older than John.
That's true.
They're not
Yeah.
comparable in terms of age.
That's true.
Alf is
Yeah.
not octogenarian because that's 70, isn't it? No, octogenarian's 80. No, I'm confused.
Octa be 8, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's an octogenarian. Yeah, he's 80, isn't he? Alf is a chap of his 80s. You wouldn't expect him to be that relatable to people of their apparently 29.
No, this is true.
I don't know.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, whereas John is younger than that. Yeah.
He's I think he must be at least 20 years younger, if not more. He could be 30 years younger for all I know. I don't know. Not very good
John's
at
not in his 50s. Give over.
60?
Late 60s. I'm putting John.
Late 60s? I wouldn't put him that old.
I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said 60 tops, but there we go. I don't know. I'll have to look it up later.
Write it in, guys. coastalnewspod.com. Click on Your Say on the Bay.
He's young at heart, isn't he? Let's face it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's important. These kind of age gap characters are important because he is like the dad, the mentor, I've been there, I've seen it all. I'm not going to lecture you, but I'm going to give you some advice based on my experience. I think that's really important because who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to be facing a really awful, challenging decision in their life and have someone that's been there before go, do you know what? I'm not you, but I've been in a similar situation where I can provide some information that might be helpful.
Yeah.
Please do, because I'm lost, Who doesn't want that? It's difficult enough being, we only get one life. We're all doing this once for the first time. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We're just making the most of it.
Yeah.
So yeah. If someone's been through something before, why not get their opinion or whatever? Sam also says his comedy work is just as brilliant as his heart-to-hearts, and I hope the DIY story gives us some laughs for a few weeks. I mean, it's been giving us some laughs all week, so I can only imagine it'll rumble on, because it doesn't look like he's even got a quote.
He's staying put, isn't he? Yeah.
He's not happy. Although, didn't he threaten to go and do it himself? Wasn't Justin saying, like, you've overstayed your welcome, and he was like, I got the message, I'll be going home to do it myself.
Yeah, and Leah told Justin that he was very good with his hands.
He was.
And to go and help him.
Yes, elaborate. Anyway.
Go and help him out. Mm-hmm.
I want to know more about this. Anyway. Man of many talents is Justin. Yes. Sam says Sarge David sitting over cash while he works is not really very productive.
I don't think I can waste any more breath on this man.
It does amuse me though to make you.
I was having a good time. Sarge was behind me.
I'm sorry. I do like it when you have a Sarge rant though. If you want to have another rant, feel free.
I think you'd like to see me annoyed.
I do. It's funny. I enjoy it. It's very rare. Like, it's hilarious. You're very, very funny when you're angry. I'm sorry.
That isn't my intention.
I know. It is amusing because it's not your natural default. I feel like that's more in my wheelhouse. And then when you have a go, like have a rant about, I'm like, oh my god, like this is hilarious. I love it.
You should have seen me that time at Hollywood Bowl when I paid for 2 games and only got 1.
Is there a TikTok?
Jafar on the counter got it, let me tell you.
What did you say?
Excuse me, Jafar. I paid for 2 games. That was his name.
Is it Jafar?
This was years ago. I don't know why that name's stuck in my head. Yeah, as in
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Yeah, that was his name.
He's the bad guy in Aladdin, right?
Yeah, the bad guy at Hollywood Bowl as well, let me tell you.
All I can see is you shouting at Aladdin, like the character from like Jafar.
Let me tell you, I was waving my receipt like a Karen.
I'd have paid money for this.
This was years ago. I was in my teens.
I'm going to have to call... Which one was it? I want that CCTV from 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
I'm being polite.
You are kind.
Oh, dear me. I'm crying. That's so funny. Love it. And then, going back to
wonder
Sam.
what he's up to. I wonder what Jafar's up to these days.
Sounds like he's a shyster. He should be in prison.
Yeah, I agree.
If he's giving out fake bowling receipts.
I've remembered his name all these years later, let me tell you.
Marked your card, Jafar.
I never complain. I just saw red.
It's his mother's fault. Why would you name your child after a Disney villain if you didn't want him to turn out like a Disney villain?
And then send him to the bowling.
It's nominative determinism. There you go. Look that up later.
Back in do you know, he'd probably been on like £3.50 an hour.
Bless him. Bless him.
And he pressed the wrong button.
He's just hit the wrong key on the till.
I tell you, because they'd booked in somebody behind us.
Oh, yeah.
You know when they come to your lane and they stood staring at you? You're trying to finish your game. And we're all pissing about because we've got another one.
Oh, no.
Mm.
See, this is why I can't do bowling, because I find bowling really embarrassing.
Well, imagine having a family watching you because they've been booked on your lane after you and you're like...
I think I would turn inside out. Because I can't even bowl in front of my friends. Like, this is way off tangent. You know that bit, when the bowling ball comes out of the machine and you have to, and it's your turn, so you have to walk up and get your bowling ball, and then you have to walk up to the line and then you have to work out how you throw the ball. By that point, I am so beyond cringing in my own head because I'm so like I just can't. My anxiety is off the scale by this point. That at one time I got so, I don't know what the word is, but just embarrassed. I lost all control of my arm and I just threw the ball in the air. It went up, it hit the ceiling. It knocked the ceiling tile down onto the lane. It then fell down and hit the ball. The ball ricocheted straight into the gutter and just gutter balled all the way down. And then it was like slow-mo. Like, the thing came down, it raked all the pins back, it went 0 on the screen, and I just died. And that's the last time I went bowling, because I was like, I cannot deal with the embarrassment of this. I'm wearing the wrong shoes. This is back when they made you, like...
wear shoes.
Because nowadays they let you wear trainers, don't they? But this is back when I had these shoes on. I'm a size 5.5. They don't have a 5.5. I had a 6 on. So the shoes didn't fit me. The ball didn't fit me. I threw the ball into the ceiling. The ceiling came down. I was already anxious about what I had, performance anxiety, and it all went horribly, horribly wrong.
Right.
And
just going to make a note in my diary here to cancel the Celeb Time Home and Away cast bowling.
I basically went to the toilet for the rest of the night and pretended I had a very bad prawn. Yes, I can't cope. It's too embarrassing to be bowling in front of people with eyes. I can't do it.
Funny.
I don't know. Honestly, I admire your strength to even go bowling because I cannot go bowling in front of people.
If you need me to, fight your corner at the bowling desk, will you let me know?
Well, I will not be going inside a bowling alley, but I appreciate the offer.
Very few times in my life I've lost it. That was one of them. And Sarge is the second.
See, but you were arguing for a second go, whereas I'd have been like, just leave it. I will give you the money. We will just go home because I can't do this again. I just launched the ball into the ceiling and now we have to leave. Yeah, no, it's horrendous.
Sam, what's Sam saying?
Anyway, Sam has got one question. One question left, and his question is: did anyone see his leg move?
Yeah,
we all did. Yeah,
I want to talk. We didn't touch this, but very briefly, because we've been here hours.
Sorry.
I actually believe what we saw was him remembering muscle memory.
Oh,
I actually don't think he's moved.
Oh, sigh.
I think because I think they've deliberately left this ambiguity, haven't they? And he's now saying he thinks he might have just remembered it, and because you've got to, it's weird, isn't it? That you've got to try and it's hard to think unless you've been in that situation.
Yeah,
remembering the movements, your mind is going to play tricks on you, isn't it?
Yes.
So I think, I saw his leg move, but I think that was just so we could see what he's thought has happened. I don't think he's actually moved his leg.
Well, that's just made me very, very sad.
I'm sorry. Talk about bowling again.
No, I can't go through that. I'm sweating thinking about that. I think you're right. Oh God. Do you know what? I hadn't seen it that way. I hadn't put 2 and 2 together. But you're right. That could have been letting us in on his. What he thinks has happened. His mind has played this massive trick on him. Oh Jesus, that's
because he's been walking all his life.
I know. Yeah, and you can't let go of that overnight. You can't.
No.
Because he keeps saying, I need to face my new reality, and I'm like, that would take ages and counselling. And let's be honest, from what we've seen, he's been dicking around. He's not facing reality. He's not doing counselling. He's not doing rehab. He's hanging around yelling at Remi. Like he's not facing his situation. He's not. Yeah, he's he's full on kind of head in the sand, isn't he? Really, with this.
Yeah.
So that would
Yeah.
make sense as part of his delusion for him to think he'd done that, and then for us to be cruelly let in on that delusion as well. It would make sense.
Imagine being an amputee.
Oh, I
You would
can't.
imagine like losing like an arm or something. You would
Oh.
absolutely think you've got it for a while.
Yeah, you would, because the nerves are there. The nerve endings, and you get that. I can't remember what the word is, but they call that, don't they? When you get when you've had an amputation and you can still feel your limb that's not there, like it's a ghost.
It's like
feel.
and it's like your mind is just so that way. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
so that's what I think this is all supposed to be.
He did that with the spoon, didn't he? Because he went, I can feel it, and then John was like, I haven't even touched you yet.
Yep. That's why I think he is imagining all this stuff happening.
Oh crap! That's really sad. I wasn't quite prepared for it, but
sorry, bit of a down.
I needed the reality check, I think, because I in my head I'm like, this will be temporary. He'll be
skipping through a meadow next week.
He'll be fine. He'll be helping, Cash chase a criminal in a fortnight. It'll be all good. By the way, whoever wrote Thursday's episode, thank you very much. Anyway,
love you.
Thank you for the takedown. Cash utility bill. I'm all over it. I'm not ready for. I'm not ready for this to be Sunny's new normal. Are you?
Nope.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts, and ensure you never miss an episode.